One thing I'm learning about being in this basketball space is you can be of sound mind, you can be objective, you can call it like you see it, and people will agree with you in most cases, except for when you do Caitlin Clark content, because when you do that, you either got to be a super fan glazer that just straight up ride Caitlin no matter what she does, no matter how bad she plays or how well she plays. She plays bad, it's the team's fault. She played well, that hey, she need a team, she needs something to carry. It's got to be that. Or if she plays middle of the road, she plays like she played last night, where I said, hey, she played well defensively, controlled the game well in the first half, and as a result, I thought that was one of the more complete games or one of the better games that she's put together. You can't do stuff like that, man, in this community. If you choose to do Caitlin Clark content and she plays like she played last night, you got to be like, hey, yo, Caitlin, we found your game. Here it is right here. Like that's the type of stuff. And you know why that is? Because of the super fans, the super glazers, and all of that. And we're going to talk about all that and more in 1 second. But before we get started, make sure y'all like this video and comment y'all thoughts down below, because y'all already know we're trying to go with this thing to the moon, Alice. And if nobody told y'all this today, y'all my brothers, my sisters, my family, love each and every last one of y'all. And the reason I don't even take nobody seriously when I do this content is because the same people that'll be like,
oh, how she played horrible last night, you should just say that.
Like, even though there's nuance to basketball and there are things that you have to take into account, you have to play the game at both ends of the floor, all of that. But y'all don't give a damn about no defense. The only thing that y'all care about is points, triple doubles, double doubles, all that. And once I realized that some of the same people that will say that I'm crazy for saying that there's more to basketball than just points are the same people that are calling this a fucking foul. Once I realized that, I just threw my hat off and just said, you know what? It is what it is. Y'all want me to be the, hey, when she played great, I'm glazed and she gonna be the best to ever do it. And she played bad. Hey, you better have 90 points every game, because after that, I'm being the bad guy. But looking at this right here, this is what I'm talking about, bro. This is crazy to me. Like, look, this was a bad pass by Caitlin at the end of the game. But A'ja Wilson clearly pushed Caitlin Clark when she was going for the loose ball. Should have been called a foul, even in this moment. Bro, you're not getting this foul at the end of the game against A'ja Wilson. You're not getting that. I don't give a damn who you are. Let me just read off some of A'ja Wilson's accolades and we can just see. And I know somebody in the comments,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your accolades are. You should be
shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. That's not how basketball goes. Sometimes you get calls just because of who you are, and the game ain't the same for everybody, and people just got to learn that, man. You talking about 3-time WNBA champion, 2-time finals MVP, 4-time MVP, 3-time defensive player of the year, WNBA, 8-time All-Star, 8-time, and plus the University of South Carolina's finest. That's who you talking about. And you think you're gonna get this ticky-ass call against her? Bro, you tripping. You're tripping. Now, y'all gonna be teammates, so I wonder how this gonna go. But let's just, hey, we gonna mask on real quick, and we're going to look at this play, examine it, and I want to see what other people got to say about it. Here we go. It is in slow motion. This arm, this is not a fucking foul. I am tired of people saying that when you put your hands on somebody in basketball is a contact sport. Every time you touch somebody, it's not a fucking foul. This is not a foul. She's got her arm on her. You can do this as long as you don't extend it. Does she extend it? Let's see. Let's go forward a little bit. She doesn't even extend it. She actually starts pulling it back right here. How is this a foul? She's going up with the arm. This is not a fucking foul. But when you play like garbage like you did last night and you got you got 7 turnovers right here. This was number 8, and it was gonna be 8 regardless of the situation. Look, she didn't extend the arm. She's going straight up. She blocks the pass. Look, now, if you really want to talk about what's a foul, if we just talking about hands on each other is a foul, then this is a fucking foul. This happens every single time that Caitlin touches the ball most times. But it's cool, because I will tell you that this is not a foul. Every time you touch somebody, it's not a foul in basketball. Anyway, continue on. The ball goes up into the air. Now, Caitlin leaves her arm there. She knows why she's leaving her arm there. She's trying to hold it down so she can't jump. Right now, A'ja Wilson is trying to go up. What are you doing, Caitlin? You trying to hug her or some shit? Like, what's going on right here? What are the fans gonna say? She almost got two hands. Like, she's pulling it. Like, she's clearly holding her down. Like, that's what's going on right here. This is why they didn't call a foul. I think this is a good no call by the ref. But the reason that you're not getting this call, and a lot of people trying to say that this is a foul on Asia, it's not. It's just a good no call by the ref. And then at the end of it, of course he's gonna try to sell it. Like you hooked her arm, she powered through it. Now you got to try to sell it right there, and then you fall on the ground. And then what that allowed to happen is Chelsea Gray to get up court. It's one man less back there, and it's a bucket. Now this is the other thing that I just don't see how anybody thinks that's a foul, because everybody always assumes that anytime anybody touches anybody, hip riding ain't no foul. This is it. She's got it right there. You can do this. You can put a forearm on somebody, but just don't extend it. She goes straight up. Principle of verticality still is there. She's hooking her arm. She can't jump. They both jump. She jumps through the arm. You got the worst end of it. It just is what it is. That's just how that goes. Now, what we're going to do is look at some of the comments and because I don't know what bro was talking about right there. Like that's just that. And then we got another one right here where Brick City says, hey man, Caitlin Clark got the worst whistle in the league. She got a rebound and the ref still called it. Let me show y'all what the refs called in this situation. Because this is not a foul that I would call, but it is something that you can call. Like at first you're looking at it from this angle and you're sitting there like, oh, okay, well, that shouldn't be a call. Bruh, look at what's going on. You're jumping and you're pushing off. And I think that somebody showed it here. I would not have called this a foul, but they called it a foul because of this. It just is what it is, man. Now, that foul, the play where she got the block or what have, hold on. We got to go to this one right here. We got to go to this one. We ain't got to go mask on. Hey, so this person, like I said, people are actually looking at this, and I wouldn't even be mad if you use different frames when you talked about it. But look at this. So let me get this straight. After a bad pass and during the loose ball, Caitlin Clark grabbed A'ja Wilson's jersey, hooked her. This is somebody that actually saw how it is. Hooked her arm, flopped like a fish out of water, and wanted the call. Like you can see it right here. She grabbed her arm and then flopped. It just is what it is. I would have flopped too in this situation because it was bad. And looking at it from the reverse angle, we about to go mask on right here. Hey, my man Brick should have said Caitlin Clark got clamped and then clamped and lost the game. Look at this right here. We going mask on with this. She's coming down. This is the point where they should have, like my dog said in the comment section, they should have gave the damn ball to Kelsey Mitchell at this point in time. Because after like my coach said, after 2 or 3 dribbles, you're playing with it. You need to just, you got to get it. You got to get a rock up, get a ball to somebody that can put it in the basket or has tonight. Because the way that you played tonight, it just wouldn't hit. Look, like you can't get by A'ja Wilson. Now, if you wanted to do something, I know you know what she wanted to do. She wanted to drive this way, but everybody's looking. Cool. This ain't no double team or none of that. Now, what you could do, while everybody's looking, throw that ball to KK right there. Hopefully she can score back door. Or guess what? You can dribble it out. Because you're winning the game. You're up one right here, but we ain't got no awareness right here. It just is what it is. Now, why would you drive at this person? Like, this doesn't make any sense. This is A'ja Wilson. A'ja is one of the most intelligent players in the game. She knows she got help right here. Why are you driving this way? It makes absolutely no sense. So you're going to drive there, get walled up, try to make the pass. I don't even understand why you're making this pass at this point, because she's standing right in between you and the pass. This ain't 2K where you can just zip that in there. This is going to get intercepted either way. There's no pass there. And then there we go. Like right here, you can see clearly she's on top of her arm. It's better from that angle. And then tried to get that. And then we already know what happened from there. Chelsea Gray goes down court and makes a crazy shot. Tray ball. Bang! Now, like I said, that's not the spot where you want to try to foul, because in that spot, if you foul, you're going down. But I'm just saying, like these are the people that I'm arguing with or talking to. Bro, all I'm trying to do is say, like, I understand that everybody doesn't understand the game on the level that I do. It's cool, man, but don't be trying to act like I don't know. I think you just can't be objective in this Caitlin Clark space. You got to be like that, and I understand why people feel like that, because the fans will make you be that way. Last but not least, this is what my guy says right here. He says, hey, y'all got, and he's saying exactly what I'm saying. Y'all got to stop with the Caitlin Clark, with calling everything that Caitlin Clark does as a foul. Clark is a naturally smaller player, so when she flails, you're easily fooled. The ball was tipped, and she out jumped her for it and then fell to the ground herself. Now, with all that being the case, if y'all want to talk about what some bullshit is, now that foul where they called a foul on Alea Boston or Caitlin Clark on the block. Now that was some bullshit right there. I ain't gonna lie to you. They should have called that one. I don't understand why they didn't call it, but I will tell you this. I'm gonna tell you why they didn't call it. Y'all ain't gonna like the answer. This is why they didn't call it right here. Because at that point, A'ja Wilson had 26 points, 6 for 6 from the free throw line, 10 to 25, and 13 rebounds. And this is what Caitlin had. Look, 7 for 20 and 2 for 10 from 3. Bro, you're not getting that call when you got that and you got 8 turnovers, 4 personal foul, bro. It's just not about to happen. Should have gave the ball to Kelsey Mitchell, man, on that one right there. I guess, like I said, you got to be the villain. You got to be on one of the sides right here. And then they said that, they did announce that it's going to be Caitlin is going to be on the team, the U.S. national team or whatever, and she'll be out there with Angel Reese. But with these type of numbers and putting up this type of game right here, well, you might as well let Angel Reese play point guard because we don't know what this ain't gonna get it done right here. I'm gonna tell you that right now, especially against one of the better teams in the league. Like I said, I tried to be objective and be like, hey, put some nuance to it. You played it. Hey, it wasn't a horrible game, but bro, people that just I gotta realize that people don't watch the game. They just look at stats. They see these stats and they just assume that you had the worst game of your career. But hey, it is what it is, man. I don't know, man. I'm gonna tell y'all one thing though. It wasn't no fucking foul. You can say whatever you want to. That wasn't no foul. They're not gonna call it. You're not getting that against that caliber player. And if you don't like it, you can do something about it. You can become that caliber player, and then you'll get those calls too. Now somebody gonna be like,
she's already that caliber.
Obviously she ain't, because she's not getting those calls. But once she gets to that level, she gonna get those calls. Now guess what? We gonna come back out. The Fever gonna play tomorrow. And guess what? When Caitlin Clark drops go with a crazy game, I'm coming in this bitch glazing like she ain't never played a bad game, because that's what y'all want. Y'all don't want nobody to be objective, middle of the road. So I'm gonna be Kareem extreme, and we just gonna do that. But y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comment section, man. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. We dropping this type heat every day of the week, man. I will be objective in my other videos. We even got some other stuff coming up, but y'all don't want that with Caitlin Clark. Y'all either want, you either got to glaze or bash, and I will play the game that y'all want me to play. I'm gonna holler at y'all next time. Till next time. It's your boy Jay Easy, aka Fresh from the Barbershop, BK the People's Champ.
Godspeed.